We on, Jay? Oh, that means, all right, cut this shit out and start talking. I don't have all night to be fucking with. Okay, because when you do this, that's our cue to, all right.
To get cracking.
Enough of this is for the people now. I didn't set all of this nice stuff up for nothing.
Nope. Let's go.
Oh, that's what that means.
I've been seeing that on the internet.
Yeah, that means start taking care of your kids. Welcome, Game 4 Podcast. Lance Woods, Trevor Pitts, Brixx. Find him at Brixx is King.
Brixx is King.
On Christian Mingle.
He educated us on the name last week, so that was great.
That was 3 weeks ago, but
yeah, shit was like a year ago.
Whatever.
It has been a minute.
However you want to trick the people.
Yeah.
It was all our clothes is behind that curtain. We just change clothes and record and say it's next week.
This here got the Def
It's like
Leppard
Jeopardy.
rocking.
I don't know who these people are.
Def Leppard's trash.
That's that 80s hair.
Def Leppard, like when
shit.
it got to the 80s, it became white man's rock and roll.
Okay.
So like, you heard Pour Some Sugar on Me? You've heard it before though, because it's like a
Pour
huge.
some sugar on me.
You've heard it.
That's like the Al Bundy kind of strip club
Yeah, you've
song.
heard it's because it's the huge. If you're in an arena or some shit, they'll play this shit. So you've heard it.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
this group is trash.
The drummer has one arm, doesn't he?
He sounds talented.
Yeah, the drummer has one arm, I think. On
Matter of fact, he did, because I think they had it behind the music. But yeah, that's when the music's just loud, and that's called white man's rock and roll. It has no roots or blues influence. It's just loud and.
Yeah. That's the
What
rock.
happens if finna get a Rolling Stones one too? Is that trash too?
Come on, nigga.
I never heard these people.
But you're asking me. I think you know I love the Rolling
do,
Stones.
but
Yeah,
But that's what I was about to say. I think
Everybody don't know you.
a lot of people think like
I'm a huge Rolling Stones are the
niggas
greatest
think
thing
like
that's ever
all
walked.
rock and roll.
Okay.
They think of like Def Leppard shit.
Yeah.
But the Beatles and the Stones and Led Zeppelin are nothing like that. Like that's
Jay,
some
is
total-
Def Leppard trash?
and two, that's an
All right,
American
cool.
band. So a lot of them like Van Halen, all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. Those are American bands. All the bands in that other are British.
Yeah.
So
Very
Aerosmith-
blues influence,
Aerosmith.
blues
So you don't like my
bass.
jacket?
Yeah, I mean the great jacket. A lot of people wear. Def Leppard has a
Guns N' Roses is
iconic.
dope.
They have an iconic logo.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of Def Leppard shirts, and you see people wear Iron Maiden shit a lot, and you see Stone shit a lot.
Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica,
Okay.
Grateful Dead, because they have a great
Almost
logo.
got you a Pink Floyd jacket.
Yeah, see, that would've been great.
Pink Floyd's dope.
But they didn't have my size. I didn't know if they had your size either.
3X.
After I heard that Kaepernick story with the jersey, I don't know what size you wear. It was a 1X, but it looked like a really big
No,
1X.
ain't no 1X getting across this chest, nigga. Ain't made them.
That's a chest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a 1X.
Dropped a few. Nah, 1X was
No matter what.
ninth grade, 8th grade. Nigga, I don't know. I don't want no 1X in hell long. I definitely want no
What
1.
size curtain is
This
this?
3X. Nigga saying curtain.
It's a 2X?
Yeah, I can't even get in a 2. I can't get in a 2.
This is a medium.
And it's kind of loose.
Medium. What the fuck? would a
Niggas are
medium
grown.
feel
You wear like small t-shirts, don't you? Don't you wear like small?
Small and medium.
Do you feel comfortable saying, do you have a small there? That's crazy.
Yeah, I never asked.
They got them in
like?
the
They got extra smalls too.
That's
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
Nordstrom and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, can I have a
XS.
small?
Yeah.
That's feminine.
I think I'll stick to
You want
3X.
XS.
XS?
You got that's
That's nipple out.
yeah.
I got some
Yeah, you
XS
wild.
stuff, but it
Unless
come
you Webster.
from Express.
I've never been in there.
So that means it's probably, they run small anyway, don't they?
It's weird. They run very. You got to try on everything. You can't just.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some
This is
stores you
my
got to try
size?
on it.
Yeah.
Ain't no, this is my size. You
Yeah.
got to try on everything in there
Try on.
because you get a medium and it'll fit.
Come out there looking like Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, a medium will feel like a trench coat. You got.
Nigga said a trench coat.
That's still the funniest shit what Brian said at his wedding.
What?
And they,
Oh, he said his jacket was long like, well, he said a lab coat, didn't he? That shit was long.
called his
He
lab.
said the jackets were lab coats because they were long as fuck. Our tailor fucked us. But anyway, niggas are definitely about to do a science project with a bow tie
I
on.
was in there like Bill Nye.
Facts.
All we needed was the goggles.
They could do some fucking beakers and
I was gonna say something, but yeah. So y'all got to go to Express.
Man, espresso, it sounds like espresso might need a 6X.
What?
If I had to get him shit with a 6X, I'll just walk around naked.
Only place
nigga.
that has
People just
6X
gotta live with me. And I'm not putting the 6 on my Shit, fuck. Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
done.
nasty movie. You
Yeah,
gotta
if
fix
that
sex off.
if that don't make you want to hit the treadmill a little bit,
I mean, and shout out. Because I do understand the
How many
struggle
exes
of a person who's going through that. Shit, I'm a couple Reese's Pieces away, but I'm not gonna have them motherfuckers because I ain't going no higher.
you gotta go to Burlington. You gotta get all your clothes from Burlington.
Facts or offline.
Burlington
That's the beauty of online now. People can get a lot done online. Because even me, being the size I am, it's a lot more nichey to where you gotta to get the dope shit. You do gotta get online, shoes wise and clothes wise. So.
Okay, I see you out here. He's trying to stun us. I don't even be in the malls. I'll be in the malls.
I just say click. That's my wife. My wife buys toilet paper, boys' socks, diapers. Everything's online. Nigga, she don't even go to the store. We get package of paper towels, package of diapers, packages of everything. She don't even go to the store.
She does some weird shit.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. And they be coming in 30 minutes.
Man, actually, they be there.
Yeah.
She ordered, be like, yo, I'm like, we need that. She'll be like, oh, it'll be here tomorrow morning. Like, so when you get home from work, it'll be there. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's the devil.
Facts.
Hey, that's not normal.
But they were also talking about how economically that Amazon is going to be one of the biggest causes for the next economic collapse. Yeah. Because all these stores are getting shut down. Yeah. Because
when that shit collapses,
they just opened a new Amazon store out here.
Right.
Like a warehouse.
Yeah. Amazon is a monopoly. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is they don't even have product. They just sell other people's product. They don't have much of anything that says it's Amazon.
Yeah.
A Kindle.
Cheap ass cell phone cases.
Yeah, that shit wild, man. What if you would have bought some stock in that shit back in?
That's one of the first jokes I wrote like a long time ago. You just reminded me I stopped doing the joke.
Which one?
It was something. Do you remember when you bought your wife a Nook?
Yeah, facts.
And it was a joke that I was doing. It was so stupid.
Facts.
Like it was.
That was one of the best gifts I ever gave her.
Probably like 5-6 years ago.
Nobody steal that shit too.
Niggas
trying to steal old shit. Don't steal the old joke.
Yeah, no, it's Nook.
They can have it. Yeah, you got a Nook in the joke. Hey.
Nah, it was some joke I was doing like, you had got your wife a Nook or something, and you wanted me to look at your wife's Nook, and I was like, "Are you sure?" It was like some stupid.
I get it. Yeah, toss that one. They can have that.
Yeah, and then it was like, it was. I don't remember all the details. But it was like something about you wanted me to look at your wife's Nook, or you wasn't home, and she was like, "I want to show you my Nook," and then I was like. She was like, I mean, he said he gave it to us. So it was like something stupid. He paid for it or something like that. I was like, oh, well. So then she went to the back, said, I'm going to come back out and show you my Nook. And she was like, here, go, I can read books. Why's your dick out? Like, it's so ridiculous like that.
No, that's good. Actually, just update that. That's good.
Update it to what?
I don't know.
iPad?
No, never mind. They can have it.
Somebody
gonna try that shit to flip it. Y'all remember them old Nooks?
That's the concept.
That's definitely
my Nooks.
Oh man, how long y'all been together? You buy a Nook?
You buy a Nook? Okay, so we'll get into it.
Yeah.
The street is talking about Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Everybody
you gotta do
seen
the shit
it.
like this when they was on the cliff.
Now, this is wild. Everything about to be a spoiler alert for me, but I think I'm late to the party. So
if you ain't seen it by now, this is your fault.
Yeah,
so,
I'll wear that.
If you ain't seen it by now, we're kicking you out.
They're 500 million deep right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's crazy. Like that means for them kind of numbers, niggas like
niggas is doubling, tripling back,
and they didn't like take care of their responsibilities for the week. They said, "Fuck it, well, we just gonna get groceries next week. Y'all gotta have top."
Yeah, the movie came out. Everybody loves the movie.
So I guess first of all, what like grade? Just A, B, C, D, F. That's the grades, right? I was normally in D, F, but just grade first. Like what? Like give it a grade.
As a movie?
Yeah.
B.
B.
B plus.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. I hear most like A's, even from like the nerds who are like, I'm more DC than Marvel because they're Marvel, right?
Yeah.
It's still, this is the best DC movie type shit. So.
I don't know the difference because I never seen the
like DC is like
I know the difference though. I know who's
like
DC
Superman
and who's Marvel. Yeah.
And
Marvel's
like
X-Men.
Yeah. Where's Batman?
Marvel.
DVD, DC.
Oh, I thought I knew who they were.
Okay.
Wonder Woman, all that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Superman and Batman are the same, right?
Yeah.
DC.
They're like Justice League, right, Jay?
Ooh, that's hard. I heard Justice League before. Okay.
And then X-Men.
They used to produce for Rick Ross.
Incredible Hulk is
Marvel. Because I took my nephew to see Marvel on Ice. And
see, my thing, the reason why I give it an
Thor's
A,
Marvel.
Yeah, for For me, because I'm not into superhero shit or a lot of fantasy shit like that. So for me to be interested in, there has to be other things that tie into it. Like for instance, like Avatar. That's not some shit I normally watch, but there's things that go on in that movie that bring me in because it kind of relates to like.
Yeah, people said it was like deeper messages and shit.
Exactly.
It was, but all these movies have deeper messages.
Right, because I started getting gamed on. People was telling me Star Wars got different messages.
Right, so this is what happens, man. When people who don't normally watch that stuff and now they watch it, they're like, nah, it was up. But it's like, I mean, if you watch this, you would see that. This just had deeper messages with black people.
With black people, right.
That's, that was the difference. That's what it is.
Like, somebody told me X-Men was about my boy, who's X-Men's about the black struggle.
Yeah.
I ain't watched it.
No, I'm just X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Have you ever heard that, Jay?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew all about the black struggle.
But, so, like, I give it, like, I say it's like a B or a B plus because it's not Dark Knight.
Okay.
That's a fact.
I mean, I fell asleep on that the 2 times I tried to watch.
See, that's the other one I watched was Dark Knight because of the other shit.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, we can, because we can do the black stuff, but as a movie, it's not Dark Knight.
Do we feel like, how do we feel, because, you know, the woke motherfuckers is woke as shit. Like, how do we feel about
niggas is corny.
Any kind of narratives about flipping this into any kind of negative, like, corny. Because I saw one where people didn't go see Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner, and he's a real superhero, but we go see the fake superhero, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh. I feel like when you
that's not, yeah.
Yeah, when you're reaching that hard to try to make a point, like now I feel like you're blinding yourself. Like you have to be able to see, like you don't see like, even just the simple principle of these are all black cats and they're feeding their families, like just that alone, like that.
What about the white man still getting the most money from the? How do we feel about that?
That's the thing. Like Chadwick Boseman was talking about that too. Like people assume
I thought he gave a great answer.
People assume a lot of shit. You don't know that a lot of people sit on the. There are people who are black and or women sitting on the boards coming up with these movies. You don't.
Right.
I definitely get why you would think like there's more white people in position of power. I get that, but also too like.
But we do know the people who made the most money out of this somewhere, some white man who we've never seen in our life.
I mean, probably, but that's not. To me, that's not even the point.
But yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I don't.
So like what was the first thing you said?
Like just people talking about like Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. All right, cool. So what people gotta talk about, if you're gonna be honest, scratch Birth of a Nation. We're not going to see Medea like this. In these numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not even about that. First off, it's about.
Well, because they're saying, well, a lot of people don't fuck with Medea though, like that.
No, my bad. They weren't talking about black. They were just talking about Nat Turner as far as his historical.
Historic. Yeah. It was done independently. Black director. So then funding.
So you got to pay attention to this when you say that. If it's done independent, that means it's going to do independent numbers. Right. That's just how that works.
Because he was even talking about the numbers he did. Because when they were calling it a flop, he was breaking down how much money he made off that flop.
The same shit independent rappers do.
Right.
Is how much money they go. Because everything is about the dollars that go into it. The way you make money is to put money up front and then you get it on the back end. They probably had like a $200 million budget or something crazy insane. Like that for Black Panther. Was it $100 million? Like,
it was something crazy.
It was like a ridiculous budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A budget is to make the movie, to market the movie, to put it in every theater possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if Birth of a Nation is only playing in X amount of theaters, then it's not going to have that same effect.
There's not commercials on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because you're not going to put that on the Super Bowl. You're not going to say, hey, white people watch The Rebellious Slave, January 3rd. Like, they not doing it.
Me and Nat Turner got the same birthday. What?
Why do you think we care about that?
Everybody cares.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shout out to Nat.
Like he said, like that make him a revolutionary. Me and Nat Turner got the same birthday. So, I don't know if you know, but
October 2nd is in our blood, man.
You know, Libras don't play. Libras are killer white.
Is that what you are, a Libra?
I don't know. I know I'm born October 2nd.
Oh, you know, don't do that shit. You know what sign you are.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what the fuck. I'm an Aries. I have no idea what that shit means.
You're an Aries?
Yeah.
What are you, Lance?
A Libra.
Like
Nat Turner.
Yeah, you guys are. I think people say they're Libra though. You guys are lions, right?
That's a Leo.
Oh shit.
Me and Lil Wayne got the same birthday.
Who?
Me and Lil Wayne.
See, now this nigga think he a rapper who has ghostwriters.
Oh.
Who? And Gandhi. Gandhi got the same birthday.
Peaceful, rebellious.
So you,
That's
Gandhi,
showing that
and Nat Turner got the same birthday.
Gandhi didn't like black people though.
No.
So
he was talking shit.
So intertwine that with you being in October 2nd.
Sting.
If you say you got the same
Stinger
birthday,
Splash.
No, the Stinger.
I know.
It's Nat Turner, Sting, and Gandhi. You a failure.
And Mark Rippon.
You're losing.
No,
you got to pick it up.
Mark Rippon, Super Bowl MVP.
That's 4. You letting them pass you up.
That's
Game
fact.
4, nigga.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anybody on my birthday.
You got to Google it. That's all they did.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, I'm gonna look that
Never
up.
met Nat Turner a day in my life.
I mean, you might have met him one day.
Shout
I
out
don't
to
know if you
Nat.
watched the end of the movie. But
Yeah, he's in. Never mind.
I mean,
He's in heaven. Pour out some liquor for Nat.
Yeah, man.
That movie was okay too.
He
It
don't
wasn't
get
great.
there. That was a terrible joke. So,
Well, I just got that.
So back to the movie.
So
Yeah.
you haven't seen the movie?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, what is your? So it sounded like you had some stuff you wanted to really talk about with the movie. That's what it sounded like you was trying to do.
Like, tell us about, like, is there some kind of deeper?
Oh, because I do, but I thought he did.
Yeah, I mean, I probably it's similar to like I'm probably with George and a lot of people. Just the difference, the juxtaposition. I can't say the word right now between T'Challa
Juxtaposition?
and Killmonger. Yeah,
Yeah, I always hear Killmonger's name,
and
Just try to use big words, bro. Just say the differences.
right.
like the Genuine song.
My home. Is that differences?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. I know what that's. I don't know. Yeah, this people saying like it's Killmonger like the real hero. People trying to attach to his perspective, opposed to T'Challa's in the. So I don't want to give too much away because
I mean, listen, fuck
You don't
that.
care, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't care.
You can't wait for him.
Yeah, he can't wait.
So,
But Killmonger, he's.
essentially,
To my understanding, is that the one who he wants to keep this shit in house or some shit, right?
No, T'Challa is the king of Wakanda, and they have a thriving technology. It's crazy with the
Right.
vibranium and all
The
that.
vibranium.
And they kind of like keeping it,
In house.
and protecting it and not letting it get in the wrong hands and things like that. But it's advances in medicine, science, all these kind of things. Like you can heal wounds.
I
with
think
just a
like
little-
Captain America's shield or some shit's made.
Yeah, and then Killmonger's thing is, there's black people all over the world suffering, and now we can have the ability to make weapons and have medicine and technology to help arm us in this battle against Whitey, essentially.
Really? So it was about like black people.
Kind
so
of.
So they were saying
It was more, unless I misinterpreted. T'Challa wanted to take all of the resources and help everybody in the world. Killmonger was like, nah, we need to take care of Wakanda.
No,
Wakanda versus everybody.
You flipped it.
No, at the end, that's when
At the end,
that's when T'Challa went to go build the joints out there. So he was just like, honestly, the movie was a lot of like Malcolm versus Martin.
Yeah.
right.
It wasn't like
Right.
it wasn't like a true bad guy. It was like
Right.
it's a perspective.
It's a perspective.
Thing. It's a perspective. It's
It's a
like
Well, then that's
Perspective.
part of the argument too. Because people were saying like, they tried to make Killmonger a bad guy, like killing his girlfriend and shit like that. They try to force him into a bad guy, but it didn't work because a lot of people was rocking with what he was saying. So people were saying like, well, that didn't work that well. We still fuck with this nigga. Even though
was he corny?
Was
Was
Killmonger?
Michael B. Jordan's acting corny-ish in the movie?
So Michael B. Jordan is Killmonger.
Yes.
No.
And he's the one who wants this to stay in house.
Yes. He's Malcolm.
Okay. That's interesting.
I'm guessing you did a little bit.
It was parts of it where it was like it was funny.
See, I think his first scene was super dope at the museum.
I'm not talking about that.
No. I'm just going back in my head thinking.
He
like,
had some dope scenes, but he had
Yeah.
some other stuff because it was like he was sounding hard.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, this is a comic book. When it would just say stuff, you'd be like, nah, fuck that.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm paraphrasing, but it was just moments. It was dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But all right, cool. So there was that. People talking about the black and all of that. Honestly, the dopest depiction was the depiction of women in the movie.
See, that's all my next point.
It was
hack.
It was a woman empowerment movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Even as big as it was African American.
Absolutely.
women was bigger.
Yeah.
Black woman was bigger. Every nigga who was in there with a white girl, he would start scooting the seat over. Start looking. Get away from me, colonizer.
This is something I told my mom. I've told my wife this. Like, I feel like the most intimidating people who command the most respect are black women.
That's beyond the shadow of a doubt.
And
I don't know
so,
what you mean.
Like for instance, right? So one of my first jobs was at a furniture store. My mom was like a manager there before, and she left, and I came there later. But the main manager was still there. My mom would tell me different things, like she would tell him, like she would kind of check him all the time. So she kind of ran the show, even though he was her boss. So when I worked there, if I had to go, let's say, man, I gotta go home early some today, he'll go, is your mom? Did your mom need you or something? Like, he super smooth to my mom. My mom's long gone. But that respect there, niggas always like, yo, if you had like, we always talk about like, if you had like a black woman principal or something like that, like
they don't play.
They don't fuck around. Niggas like black moms don't fuck around. Your wife, your girl don't fuck around.
Black women have been helped carry families and hold families together since slavery.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure it goes back to even before that, but all we can unfortunately trace it back to is slavery. But they held families together since then.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you have the epidemics of you know, the drug epidemic where these moms are by themselves, literally raising young men and women by themselves. Like they've literally been the cornerstone of the black community.
Have y'all seen
and the most loyal?
What's the movie with Taraji and
unless you look, unless you look. I mean, do you agree, disagree?
I'm just trying to hear what y'all saying.
Even not even to get too deep into personal, even look at a lifestyle like how you grew up.
Right.
Who's the pillar of your background of growing up as a child?
My mom is.
Right.
But see, this is what makes it interesting. My mom is definitely that. Everything that I learned
for not only for you, but for other people around, just in her presence.
Right. Yeah. And I'm saying, I feel like black women done a lot because they had to.
No doubt, but it created it created a tough person. Like for instance, I
don't get none of my toughness from my mom.
No, maybe not. But what I'm saying is, we could say the reason why blacks are the best athletes is because we were bred to be that way. Literally, it was a survival of the fittest.
Okay.
So there's no coincidence why we're the best athletes. Well, women were put in a position where they had to be strong. So what it breeds and produces is the cornerstone and pillar of the African American community. Yeah. And to me, it's not even close. They are. Yeah. Right. They've held shit down when niggas have not. Point blank. Period.
Right. Yeah. So all I can really speak to is my experience.
Right.
About my experience.
Right.
In my life. Women have always been more emotional.
Sure.
And more like led by that. Like strong in the sense of never quitting.
Right. And to me, that may be the biggest.
Right. But I'm telling you.
And most loyal.
Loyal to.
And most loyal.
I don't know what you mean by most loyal.
Look, the reason.
Like remember, like Chris Rock had a joke, and he was talking about how black men don't date white women, but black women don't date white men as much because they're not attracted to them. They are loyal. They want to be with us, and that's like kind of a sentiment that people say. Like so.
I mean, that's what you're talking about, like dating.
Just to the community of African Americans.
I mean, because if that joke is truth to you, then that's an attraction thing. That's not I need to stay.
Right, but it's also
no. I also think it's an identity thing.
Right.
I also think it's an identity.
Right. It's not just.
I think it's more identity bigger. Yeah. I don't know how we'd even tangibilize that. Is that a word? That's a hard word.
I don't know if it was, but I liked it. I was with it.
But that would be my guess and opinion. Is more about because soon as something happens, like, dog, they literally raised a generation of young men who are our age. Niggas was raised by their moms, a lot of them. A huge percentage of them. Right. And not only this is during the crack epidemic where a lot of the moms was on crack too. They was just there still. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because this conversation can happen for 3 days.
Right, I agree. Because we're going to have to pivot because it's going to, like I said, it can go forever.
But it's like, to me, this is just a man versus woman thing. We can do black and all of that, but this is just a man versus woman thing.
Right, I just could only culturally speak for
but I'm talking about to strip the culture away and just talk about men versus women.
Okay.
Women are always, from what I've seen, better at following rules.
I agree.
Women are better at tell somebody what to do. There hasn't been a ton of women like revolutionaries. That's why the ones that we have, you hear about them all.
Right.
You hear about Rosa Parks a lot.
Right.
You hear about Angela Davis a lot. You know what I mean? And you don't hear about it. There's others, but you don't hear about a lot of others. Mm-hmm. Harriet Tubman. Right. You don't hear about a lot of others because it's rare. There's some, but there's not a lot of women inventors. Strip black or white. There's just
well, that goes back to the oppression of all women. So you don't even really get in the space to even be in to do that.
Right. But even now, like even look, man.
That's even harder. I think there's certain things we don't even take into account. Like some say inventors, like in the whole world of like beauty and shit, like makeup and all those kind of things. Those things are hella important. So there are developments that women make that aren't necessarily we don't take advantage of, but it's something for women. So
men invented a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that, but I think that's a totally different sentiment from.
No. It's a bigger thing. I'm only saying it because when I look at this stuff, I say something inside of us, and maybe it is societal, or maybe it is what you call it, not genetic necessarily, but hormonal. I don't know, but something that the way it's set up is men are more likely to go off the rails and try something else, right? And just go, I'm gonna do it my own way.
Right.
Women are more like, no, this is the structure. You go
fall in line.
Yes. Right. So when things are going haywire and men start going all over the place, now you start talking about drugs and prison.
Right. I agree. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Mean? So when I'm looking at it, right, just for me, I'm saying, nah, these are strong people, like very strong people. That's why you put them in prison. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you do that, because these ain't, like, listen, man, if you want to destroy a family, you destroy the man.
Absolutely.
Why? If the woman
no, but that kind of goes to my point of, because that has happened, the responsibility has now went on to the woman.
I agree.
And what has returned is a whole bunch of, you name your favorite celebrity actor, this and this, who don't even know who the fuck they daddy is.
A lot of them.
A lot. I said a lot. Yeah, of course not all of them.
You know what I mean? A lot
of course not all
of
of them.
But then there's a lot that.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, some of the great people we look up to and revere, whether it's athletics, we know athletes and rapper stories a little more, but I'm sure professionals and everything would be like, well, no, regardless of all that, because I don't disagree with what you're saying. With all that being said, nigga, moms was there.
Right.
And that's the end. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So are we lessening? Okay, to get back to what we're talking about, though, is that lessening what you think what was trying to be portrayed in the movie as far as the power of black women?
No.
Yeah. So now go back to that portrayal. I mean, go back. Go back to that too,
because the portrayal of it, because it's an empowering thing.
Yeah.
Because while these women were powerful, while they were warriors, while they were front lining, they still had such reverence for the man,
right,
that they were able to be strong within themselves and be like, I'm strong because I gotta make sure I'm everything for him to lead.
No, and
that's what I
right. Without even seeing the movie, things are done. From my opinion, things are done best when it is that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're in a feminist movement where that shit might get killed, right?
Hold on,
you know what I'm saying?
But not even so much the man, because remember when what was her name, Okoye, the general, when Killmonger became king.
Yep. When the Get Out dude, when she was basically like, yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, like, it was not necessarily. Do you think it's about making sure the man is okay, or she had to be strong to make sure? No, because her loyalty, she said, was to Wakanda.
Right.
So not necessarily to T'Challa or to Killmonger, it was to the country and to our lifestyle and to our way of life. So was it more, I have to be strong to keep this shit going because this nigga could fly off the rail, he could fly off the rail, but I have to make sure I'm the consistent. So it's not so much the individual man. Do you think it was more about just preserving the overall country and the way of life?
So this is that. I mean, that in the movie created a lot of dialogue.
Right.
Right. So then you say, because this is what happened, right? Killmonger takes over, right? So when Killmonger takes over, everybody falls in line. They're not happy about it, but he's the king now. He beat the king. Our culture says now you're the king. So then what happened was the king wasn't dead. So
some people got loyalty over there still.
And I mean, but now we gotta fight for it. Like now the kingdom is still up for grabs. You gotta kill the king and you didn't. The king is still here. So now everybody, it's a confusion because it's like, I don't know who the king is. And she was saying her loyalty was to Wakanda.
Yeah.
Which
I don't think it was necessarily to any man. I think it was more about keeping our way of life going, even more so maybe not the man, but what's the girl, the scientist girl?
His sister. I forgot her name.
Like, keeping all that in line. I think she was more loyal to all of that more than necessarily one particular man.
But she was loyal to that because that was the message that T'Challa was speaking. They didn't like kill, how you say his name?
Killmonger.
They didn't like his message from the jump. They just didn't want to rock with that.
Yeah.
But he was the king, so that's
which was to expand and.
No, his thing was to stay in house and let's go. It's a war.
Which is crazy. Which is such an argument in the black community as far as how to go about the whole dialogue of all these things going on.
You know what I mean? That's what it was. It's a war. We need to. We trying to help them. They not helping us. Where was they at when this and X and Y Z happened? Where was they at? Now we need to keep all our stuff in house and prepare ourselves to go to war.
I even like one part, just real quick with the woman thing too, I like was when they were in the casino and they were fighting and Okoye had the wig on and she was visibly annoyed by it. Like, and I think so much, people talk about, women just having to look a certain way all the time and have the hair a certain way and his makeup. Like, nah, that's another empowering thing too that a lot of people deal with. Like, nah, this shit is corny. I don't want to look. It was so many different levels to that shit going on. I
don't have the answers to it. You know what I mean? I just look at it, and like I said, it's a feminist movement going on. It's a Time's Up movement going on. It's a Me Too movement going on. And I just be watching it. It's like, all right. And I know what I'm supposed to say. The strongest, most powerful thing on this world is a black woman. I mean, all right. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm supposed to say to make people say
I can say for myself, like, even me, like, I've never been in a real relationship with a woman that wasn't black. Because me personally, I always...
I guess you like paying for all your own stuff?
Yeah. Like, everything that comes with being a black woman, and not saying this to try to but this is truly how I've always felt. Like, I've always respected everything about the black woman's loyalty, like Trevor was saying earlier. Yeah, I mean, that's fact. Like, there's nothing sexier than everything that comes along with, like, there's parts of it that will make certain niggas be like, yo, I can't deal with that. Right. I like that challenge. I like that somebody's gonna keep you on your fucking toes. Like, I'm not let you be a bum ass nigga or be a fucking mooch or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm not talking about some weak minded ass, I'm talking about just the general. Like,
but you know what's crazy about that? And, I've dealt with women of all nationalities. Right?
No knock to nobody else. Me personally. I love black women.
And that's the thing. This is the crazy part. When you speak your life or your experience, you got to give 7 disclaimers. Like, no, I mean, I'm not like, listen,
everybody's sensitive nowadays.
Everybody's sensitive. You know what I mean? And it's like, look,
you shouldn't have to do that.
I've never, been with, walked in a room holding hands with a white girl, but you know what I mean? But I've been around white women and Hispanics and Asians and Indians and all of that, black women.
I won't even put you on the spot with that question, so we'll just...
You got a question?
No, I'm not going to put you on the spot with the question, though.
You want to text it to me?
No, I won't put you on the spot with that question. Well, I guess I will, because it's not that big deal, and you can moonwalk out of it if you ever chose to. Like, could you ever see yourself, being with a Caucasian woman, in a serious relationship?
Why can't you say white? What are you talking about?
Because I have disclaimers to say. I just went over that.
A Caucasian woman.
Nordic.
I personally could not see myself with a white woman. I can't see it.
Right.
I've never been like...
Not even Roseanne?
What?
Roseanne got a new show coming out. We'll see how she looks.
It's like a reboot. I mean,
a funny white lady in the comic.
This is what happens, man. Like, I know, man, some of the strongest black dudes, who've been through stuff, man, that people will fold under.
Right.
And they got white girls.
Yeah.
And it's not like that's just what they doing. 2 Ds for a double dose of this pimping. Because a lot of that stuff it's a lot of deep-rooted stuff, man. When you talk about slavery and the white thing, you talk about pimping, which was big money for black people. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean they done polluted the pimping and made it look raggedy. You understand what I'm talking about? But
facts only.
this nigga tell you, man, you get you a white bitch, get you a blonde hair, blue eyed white girl for a bunch of different reasons. Cause the tricks you trying to get to, they want to see a blue hair, blonde, white. Like that's what they want. Get you an escort, man. Get you a woman who can walk into these rich white men and go to dinner with them and not look like a prostitute. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you trying to get some money, you looking, you know what I mean? If you're not dating for like I want to find true love, I'm trying to get some money, man. So let me find a money maker. You know what I mean? And that carried over for a long time.
It did.
Now
and there was a point where, you know, even in the regular world where white women would symbolize success for a black man.
Right. And a lot of things symbolize success for a black man depending on what your idea of success is.
Right.
We all got different ideas of success. You feel what I'm saying? So when like I said, for me, it'd be like little stuff that's funny to me. You know what I mean? Like and I know it's like everybody's different, ain't the same thing, but it would feel awkward to be the only nigga at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the only brown person at Thanksgiving. Like I gotta ask a question. Like, what is this?
What the Malcolm saying? The only fly in the buttermilk.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
Why are we eating dinner at 11 in the morning?
Why is everybody on time?
Yeah, like this is stupid.
And why is there hella onions on these green beans?
What?
The fuck is this?
What is this pumpkin pie? So, you know, but I'm not. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
I think
this is what a lot of people do, man. A lot of people see a black dude with a white woman and say, "Oh, he only with her because she weak and she," like you said.
Yeah.
What you just said was not no weak-minded. Like, man, women. Like when you deal with a woman, you quickly pick up on these issues. A lot of people are damaged. Most people are damaged.
Mm-hmm. I say by 24, everybody's damaged goods.
Damaged goods. So what happens?
Male and female.
So what happens is you got to figure out what you can
Of every
handle.
ethnicity.
Yeah.
What can you handle, man? What
Right.
damage can you deal with? Now I'm more familiar with black issues, so it's
Right.
easier.
It is a comfort zone.
It's a comfort zone, but it's not like she just strong. It's like she just gets some of the same shit I get.
Right. And you know, my thing with the interracial dating is we're definitely in a space now where that we can't be continuing to have the conversation about it black. My thing is just only issue I ever had with black men was if you say I don't date my people.
Yeah.
Like if you just date women and it just happened to be a white woman who was great.
You don't fall in love with who you fall in love
that's
with.
dope, man. That's dope.
And even with that, man, my idea of falling in love is different. I don't even believe in the whole falling in love.
I know that you're.
I know what you're saying, but
I mean, we
I'm talking about this in general.
I know what you're saying, but let's because the same way I gotta talk about when we say that, and it's like, all right, man, you falling in love is a choice. You know what I mean? You choose to be around somebody to the point to where they become your lifestyle in your life. And that's what it is, man. Like, you're going to have butterflies for anybody you're around for 2 years.
right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
Well, if they're around 2 years, if they're around 2 years,
exactly my point. You're not gonna make it to 2 years.
Yeah,
why not? If people stay
Not
together,
if I don't fuck with you.
people stay together for a bunch of different
That sounds terrible.
yeah,
You
people
ain't-
do.
you ain't never
Well,
been
people
with
do.
somebody-
Like, I'm not.
You ain't never been with
Not
somebody you ain't
for
fucking with?
2 years.
No,
You said 2 years.
How long have you been? Not you don't gotta do all that, but how long have you been with somebody and you knew this ain't it?
Yeah, this ain't gonna be.
And how long did
This
you
ain't gonna
stay
be
in there?
forever.
Not too much longer than I knew it wasn't gonna be that.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've been around for years and was knowing this ain't what it is.
No, I know what you're saying.
Not for years.
This ain't what it is, man. We gonna be cool, but I know this ain't what it is. And now you just hope they don't get pregnant. You play on fire every time. I just because that's just what it is, man. Like, so at that point, yeah, you in love, you around them so much, so even there is a separation anxiety that just comes with being around somebody for a long time.
Well, and I think the other thing about that is
Well, that's how a
you
lot
have
of
to
arranged
you just
marriages
have to
work
you
for-
just have to judge if this is a person you would be interested in losing. Potentially.
So Black Panther's over with now, right? You know, some other shit.
I'm sure we
No,
can
it's all.
But it's opened up dialogue, right? I haven't seen it, but
it opened up a lot of because this was the thing about it. Well, I'll talk about that later. But all right, so anybody you with, man, it's gonna be that, right? Mm-hmm. This is what's funny, right? Because I know you said you could never see yourself with a white woman, right?
Yeah, me personally, that's not. I see, and that's the thing with me and Drew. How me and Drew grew up, we very much grew up in a household where it was a big thing as far as.
If you can't bring your comb, you can't use your comb, don't bring it home.
Not even that.
Black people are very righteous. I don't know if y'all know this.
No, not even.
Nigga,
I'm not gonna throw moms out on Front Street like that.
Come to a black home with lice and watch them. Who the fuck you been hanging out with?
If she can't make it green, she ain't on the team.
That's nobody. That's not the same.
I think Drew made that up.
It is for me.
Because I think that is for
food.
No, but I think it's just one of those things where we grew up in a household where it was very much implemented in us that, and how much we looked up to our mom, and how much my mom and dad spoke on just how powerful Black is, and the pride of being African American. It was just kind of a natural thing where it was never really too much of any steering any way around. Yeah. That's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? When it came to anything serious, your eyes are never really looking the other way.
You know what's
and that's not even that's not what I'm saying is that's not even white. That's just nothing but black.
That's not black.
Yeah.
You know what'd be funny is I be looking at some people in relationships, and I be like, you'd be so much happier with a white woman. It's just I swear it's just it ain't. I'm telling you the truth. It's just that
we need some context here. Like, what you mean?
Like how we talk about. Like I don't necessarily be like the black people are the strongest people. Like I don't be on all that shit.
Yeah, I don't be. Me neither.
I mean, so if I don't be on black people are the strongest people, then it's hard for me to say the black woman is the strongest thing. Like
I'm talking about in our community.
Yeah.
In our community, what they've done for the black community.
Yeah. I'm just saying in general, I don't be on when I talk to you, I don't be looking at you like you the black man, you the original man.
Yeah.
And you got like
see because to me that's why too. Because my space when I start hearing that talk, I'd be like, see, that's where we lose everybody. Because my thing is, and that's where I definitely fall in line.
I don't agree with that.
Well, because that's where I always felt more on that angle. Because I love Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. In the angle of Martin Luther King just being like, nah, I've always had the opinion of like, nah, we just need to all accept we're all the same as far as people. And then individually, that's where you rank as far as how you handle your life, how you go about your business. But I'm not a black is the righteous power to the people. Like, I don't feel that.
Well, this the
I feel like we all need to be, may the best man win.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of those ideals, like, because that kind of rhetoric comes from like the Nation of Islam and stuff like that, Rastafari and stuff like that.
The white man's not the devil.
Right,
but like, I don't believe that shit is all. I don't believe none of that.
But see, you know what the devil is? That nigga that changed the prices at the gas station.
Okay, whether he's white or black.
Yeah. He was in
that's what I mean. It's colorless.
I came out.
I don't even check how much gas costs. I just get.
And when you wake up in the morning and it's a different price.
How much that shit costs?
When it's a different price in the morning, I caught him one time, 4:00 in the morning.
I've seen it one time before.
I said, "Nigga, you are the devil. You are Kaiser Soze." What was you saying?
Yeah, I know English. Like those ideas come from like so going back to like slavery and all that shit, right? What's the first thing that gets pushed? Native Americans too. Christianity. That was the shit that gets pushed on you once you get captured and taken over and killed and shit.
Captured.
They all had crosses and shit on the shit.
Right. No, it was Christian. I mean, European nations was Christian.
So if Christianity is introduced to you on a fucking slave ship,
right,
you have to think there's something else going on here. Like, and also too, you have to. And again, I talked about this on the last episode too. We develop ways to deal with all the bullshit, like whether it be the way we. Different cultures, hip hop or whatever, or the way we cook soul food, whatever it may be, we took that and created our own to get away from that shit that's always been there from the jump that was negative. So if a white Jesus is what was introduced to us while we were getting hung, and these are pastors and shit in the South who are hanging black people, Well, fuck that shit. Nah, we're the original man. We're gonna look in the Bible. We're gonna find scriptures that relate to us, and we're gonna make our own shit.
No, I understand.
Like that. So I
process.
don't feel like it's bullshit. I feel like that's something. It's necessary.
No. It ain't bullshit.
And it helped us get through a lot of shit.
Right.
Christianity helped slaves get through. I mean, even regardless of what we want, most Christians, Southern Bible Belt still, these are, however it happened, these are Christian areas with heavily, there ain't, niggas ain't no 5%ers in South Carolina.
No, I was just there. It ain't.
They're Christian.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this is what people have to realize, that we're racist. We're a racist country. Like, people are racist. Like, so, look, man, if you're, okay, I tell it to you like
Chappelle
this,
said
right?
it the best.
Look, I tell it to you like this, right? If you a pimp, you pimping. So, what you gonna use to get this hoe?
Pimping.
You're gonna use everything. So if you gonna tell this bitch, they say it in the Bible right there, bitch.
Yeah.
It tell you that, you know what I mean, you're supposed to submit to your man. Am I your man? You gonna go against Jesus' word? If you are racist, you're gonna use the Bible to push your racism.
Absolutely.
If you are greedy, you're gonna use the Bible to push your greed.
Right.
That don't got nothing to do with the Bible.
Facts.
Everything is in there. So it's
Well
like
said.
if you gonna start to look around and say they introduced slavery they introduced Christianity, they introduced pussy on there too to people. You know what I mean? Because if you was there, that's the only. If y'all was reproducing, that means y'all was fucking, right? So you was introduced to pussy there too. Is that the white man's thing too? I mean, you have to.
But I mean that was going on. I get what you're saying.
Regardless of what you would, because religion was there before that. You know what I mean? Like,
right, but it wasn't our religion.
It
wasn't. It was not our religion. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
you don't know what your religion was, and the first Christian churches was birthed in Africa. These are things you can research.
Right, but Africa is huge, and
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if you read the Bible and you read these things, yes, that blue hair, blonde eye of Jesus is a picture they put up.
Yeah, that's just
if you
made
read
up
the
shit.
Bible, it says none of that in there.
Right.
None of that is in there.
Right.
So it's like not
right, and that's how you get those ideas.
So what we're saying is, they may have presented Christianity. It's not they're giving false ideals. You can make it to be whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Right.
If nigga, I tell you can't read, and I just read you some stuff, then that's not.
I mean, because even to go even deeper and just as terrible as that, people have used the Bible for molestation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's how
polygamy,
all that.
That's just what, like I said, people can interpret things how they want to interpret it, and it could be 1,000% false. They just read you some shit with no context.
If you can't do the research yourself, people can tell you whatever they want to tell you. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
And like I said, you're gonna get off whatever your agenda is, whether it's
you
money.
get so many denominations in the first place,
and that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just know how I am. I don't even what's the name? Like a album. I don't talk about it if I ain't heard it. You know what I mean? And I don't like if y'all talking about something I ain't heard, I just sit there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I try not to pay attention because I don't want to have these ideas in my head already before I even heard it. Before I even, you know what I mean? I've had conversations with comedians.
You don't want nobody to fuck up his idea, Troy Ave. Protect that nigga at all costs.
I've had conversations with comedians, and they would tell me things about managers, bookers, other comics,
waitresses,
everything. This is just the truth, though.
Yeah.
And they would say, "Look, man," they would tell me a story, and then be like, "I don't want to tell you who this was. I don't want you to feel no kind of way about that.
Yeah.
This is my thoughts about this person." Yeah. You know what I mean?
I've been doing that shit at work to people. I had this new kid that sits next to me. He's like young. He's like 20. I'm like, look, bro, this is. I don't want this shit to influence you. Like.
I mean, cause that's real. So now, if you just coming into the place, man, like I don't know like a way to describe it. Like if say you been, like if you've been somewhere established for 20 years and you that guy, and I'm new, I look up to you in that position.
Right.
So if you can mold my mind
absolutely
to what you want me to think this place is.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of stuff works. So I don't even know what we was talking about, but
it had something to do with that.
I mean, I know it's like religion based and all of that, but I be looking at that stuff. You know what I mean? And I think I was saying I'm not like the black all of that.
Yeah, me neither.
You're not Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I am. But I'm like when I hear it, Like, I know people who ain't shit of all races.
That's exactly how I mean, that's how I feel.
And I know some dope ass people of all. Like, I know, you know what I mean? So it'd be like,
it's really that simple to me. It was about fucking exclude for me. Civil rights, this thing for me is about exclusion. So it's just like, no, stop fucking excluding us because we're as good.
Yeah.
We're as good. And then as an individual, there's somebody in our culture who's better.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody who's better at that. But what I'm saying is we're all the same in this shit. Yeah. So let's get like it's really the Martin Luther on that aspect. That's why I rock with Martin Luther. Like we just in line here. Like nigga, just give everybody their chance and let the strongest survive in that particular whatever avenue that is.
This is my issue, right? There's two things, right? I love Black Panther. It was a dope movie. No matter what the movie, there's always going to be a good white person in it.
Yeah. He definitely had to get in the shit and start blowing.
For no reason.
I was like, that shit was taking my.
For no reason.
That shit was taking my.
Dog, there was no reason. Like, that could have easily.
There's another nigga who knows how to fly this plane.
That could have just been a black guy. Yeah. But in every movie you see, there's going to be a good white person that white people can identify with and say, "Yep."
That would have been me.
Yeah.
John Brown.
Every slave movie. There's
there has to be a John Brown.
And like he's getting beaten, they come stop him. We don't have to do it like this.
Who was
like
Brad Pitt in 12 Years a Slave?
You can go every movie, man. There's gonna be a good white person in the movie. I don't care how evil the movie is.
But I would make the argument maybe that's just realistic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Because sometimes there's narratives pushed that every motherfucker's the same, and
I mean that can be realistic, but dog, Black Panther. Like this nigga is like with the shit. He's like the good white guy.
And they had it right too. They had the piece of shit white guy with claw.
It's clear. It's obvious to me. Like, oh no,
we gotta write a good white guy in here.
We have to write that in. We have to. Okay, this is
well. Everything's about how you want people to be able to digest shit.
So I don't know if people even pay attention to that. I just know subliminally that they keep doing this.
When he learned how to fly the shit, I'm like, nigga, not supposed to know how to fly that. That's can. That shit had me high. I was watching it like, nah, fuck. That's the one thing I didn't like.
And so then there's this part, right? The numbers that Black Panther is doing.
That's what else I wanted to talk about
and
too.
They're saying this is gonna change the landscape because they're gonna show that black people can do these kind of numbers. That's the most bullshit narrative. And it's not that I'm happy for the movie. They always knew black people did numbers.
Right.
They'll tell you these excuses like, nah, black people don't sell internationally. Like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? It's all entertainment. Every form of entertainment.
Like hip hop music in general now.
Will Smith movies, they seem to be doing fine. You know what I mean? But they push these narratives on you like, yeah, an all black thing can't work like that. And it's like,
what do y'all think about the? Cause I seen this shit floating around too, where niggas is like, y'all niggas have that time we never had nothing before. And they'll show like, well, Halle Berry played Catwoman, or they'll show Meteor Man. Like, we've had black heroes before.
Black Twitter.
It's on Instagram, everything. Like niggas is supposed to shit like.
I know Black Man was that dude.
Nigga like.
And Black Man is that a comedy?
Yeah, Meteor Man. And they posted Halle Berry and when she was Catwoman.
It ain't that. This is the first time it looks
y'all
like.
Y'all niggas need to relax.
This is the first time it looks like that.
It looks like a white film.
As far as the
but it's goes. I'm saying just the switch that normally when you go to the movie theater, there's literally nothing but white people and maybe one black person shooting out of a plane. Yeah.
So
and it's total flip reverse. I like the cast. They went and got black ass people too.
Yeah,
I love that.
And
like now, Michael B. Jordan's the lightest dude, huh?
Yeah,
for real.
I don't know what was his name in the movie? He was like the dopest. The
nigga with the rhinos.
They was like Q dogs. Yeah, the first when he,
the nigga with the gorillas.
Yeah. What was his name?
I forgot. Some girl told me I look like the.
I ain't even seen him, but that's funny.
Look, it was like the funniest part, dog, to me. The good white dudes start talking and they start barking.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
That shit was hella fun. That part was dope.
It's like, it was just hilarious.
Yeah,
that was some more.
So like it was lit though. Like cause you hosted one of the openings. Niggas had drum sets, backflips, paint flips.
Look, everybody came out.
We be lit. That's why, like you said, the narrative that like, this is how,
always like
that. Yeah, like.
But it's just
that was lit. I was looking on Instagram. I was like, what the fuck?
It's just
Africa came.
You gotta do this for Honor Up.
Natomas?
It's just, and I'm not knocking anything anybody's doing. I'm knocking the narrative they try to push.
Yeah.
That black people can't, because this is what it is, man. When I'm talking about racism and racist, I'm talking about higher up powers that be that push these narratives.
Right.
That make you believe something is something that's not going on.
Or,
they make you think. Like Kevin Hart was talking about it when they did Think Like a Man and all these movies, and they was like a black person can't lead, or a black leading man, or a black cast because it doesn't do well internationally, and it's like
they're terrified still to give James Bond to a black guy.
And people is like, how about that? And even with that, right? I understand that because James Bond is a character that's been going on for 40 years. If he's just black all of a sudden, that is kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? Like if they did a movie and LeBron was white, it'd be like that's weird.
Or like if Batman was black.
If Batman was black all of a sudden,
that'd be hard. I might go see that.
Nah, just come up with a different character and let it be that. Like we don't have to be like we need a black James Bond. Like nah, we need
a black Superman would be wild.
Yeah, we just do something else. You know what I mean? Black, like that's why I like Black Panther. Like, yo, this is a Blank Man was that dude.
And shout out to the producer. I liked Creed a lot. Did you like Creed?
Right.
Yeah, the director.
Yeah.
I loved Creed and I loved and the Fruitvale Station was dope. So he's 2 for 2 in my book. I liked Creed a lot, and Fruitvale Station was really well done.
Well, on the other side, y'all heard the soundtrack?
Yeah.
What do y'all think of the soundtrack?
That's cool.
Shit's dope. Shit's dope.
That shit at 82.
Man, the young niggas SOB, them niggas is hard.
Yeah.
I be listening to them just.
Yeah.
I just be listening to them now. See, like they got that shit hard.
That whole thing was ran by TDE and Kendrick executive produced that. I think that's another like the last couple of months, I've really been having this feeling like how high I'm gonna put Kendrick, and he's like in my top 3 now. Like
he's that nigga, man.
And this is just another notch.
You said Kendrick Lamar is one of your
I'm just thinking like he just keeps moving up.
He's definitely top 5 favorite for me already.
Like niggas can't fuck with Kendrick, and I think this is another thing to add to his
repertoire.
your
top 3? Because this is interesting.
Damn, like that's what I'm saying.
Now you don't know.
No,
see what I'm saying?
not Kendrick, Nas, and Jay.
Yeah, for me
it's 3 greatest rappers of all time in your opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about favorite, because favorite, like for me, it was like.
They said the greatest rappers of all time.
Well, he's one of the. I'm fine with that list, but favorite like
Tupac Shakur.
Favorite like him, T.I. Besides the ones that we always J Big, Nas, Pac, M, like him and T.I.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It's just
And I think I would put Kendrick above T.I. as far as GOAT legend wise. So I think Kendrick could be. I think when it's all said and done, Kendrick will make his argument for the greatest.
Yeah, I mean
his argument.
You know what happens is
he hasn't missed yet.
That's the thing. I'm like, because remember we have to show.
You think he's missed?
Nah, but I'm different with that, man. Like, cause if I'm saying that, right? If I'm saying Kendrick hasn't missed,
right?
When am I saying that Kanye missed?
I'll say it.
You might not if you might not.
I'm saying when are you saying it?
Kanye missed for like 5 years in a row for me.
No, I'm saying when. At what point did he miss?
After what was 80?
For like what? Hold on, real quick, because are you talking about what I think is good or what I think was like?
Yeah, because I'm talking about critically acclaimed.
I think that shit sucks, but 808s, people like 808s and shit.
What was good? When did he miss? 808s is when he missed.
That.
No. So that's the point that he missed. That's when he missed. For me, at 808s. Yeah. So he put out 4 albums that you feel like were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or no, 3 at that point.
Well, the first 3 were dope.
The first 3.
He put out 3 phenomenal albums.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
And then he missed on something that's critically acclaimed.
Towards the middle of the script, for me personally, I didn't like.
I know what
Watch the Throne.
I'm just trying to get this.
Yeah.
He put out 3, and I've heard you say that you feel like he put out 3 classics in a row. Mm-hmm. Kanye put out 3 and I'm not talking about critics. I'm talking about you heard his music and said this is the dopest shit out.
I would agree with that.
3 albums in a row. Mm-hmm. Then put out one you wasn't feeling, right? Mm-hmm. Then he put out another classic.
No, he didn't like Jesus, right?
No, Dark Fantasy came out.
Dark Fantasy came out
after 808s, right?
Yeah. And then he put out.
No. So he put out 3 classics, then something he wasn't feeling, and then another classic.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Right. So now you're saying, Kendrick hasn't missed, right? Mm-hmm. First off, I mean, I don't know what y'all do with Section 80. I don't know if y'all don't consider
But I'm
it.
including Section 80 and he ain't missed.
Either we can include them or not. I don't include Section 80.
Okay.
I'm talking about studio releases. That's how I don't include
Well, I'll say
Infinite.
this as far as it was dope.
Yeah.
We're not doing dope. Section 80 was cool.
Yeah, Section 80 was cool, but
Section 80 is cool,
I compare it
but-
to Infinite. I don't count Infinite.
That's fine. It depends on if you want to. Some people talk about I'm serious. It all depends on what you want to do. I don't care. I'm just asking.
See, I'm serious, Cal. That's a major label.
Okay. I'm just
Trap
asking.
music's not T.I.'s debut major label record.
Okay. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
So he puts out Good Kid, Mad City. Everybody loves it. It's dope, right? Then he puts out To Pimp a Butterfly. You're not feeling it, right?
It's my least favorite Kendrick album.
No, you said you don't like it.
No, I didn't say that. Like I said, it's not my favorite Kendrick album. But not like it is like this shit is whack. I listen to it. It's good music.
No. You said
It's my
good
least
music, but
favorite.
you don't like it. That's what you said.
Yeah, like
That you
well,
don't like
I don't
it.
like.
You don't care for it. To me, that's damn near that might be my favorite.
No, but
I
no,
could be wrong. I thought you said, I don't like it.
No,
I know you're not a big fan of it.
It's not It's not my favorite style of music, but it's still a lot of dope ass shit in there.
Right.
So I can't call it a miss. There's a difference. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. There's shit that I don't like because I think that shit is whack. I think when I listen to Butterfly, I hear it's good music. There's a lot of dope ass messages on there. I didn't know the production and shit, but it was still good music. I don't think it was whack. So if I don't like it, there's a context to it. If I don't like certain music, sometimes I don't like that with as much. But some shit is just right. It's not whack.
This is what I'm saying. If you say someone's the greatest of all time, right?
I didn't say he's the greatest of all time.
No. I'm saying if you say someone's the greatest of all time, if you just say it, if you say
Anybody,
this dude is the greatest of all
fill in the
time,
blank.
I'm not saying that, right? If you say that, right, and then you say he ain't never missed, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking you're saying I like all of this. Like, cause we can talk critical, cause now we gotta do To Pimp a Butterfly and 808s and Heartbreaks, cause that's not a miss.
Right.
That's what I was trying to explain earlier. That's what I'm saying. I don't like how 808 sounds.
You told me you don't like how you just said you don't like
no,
how
what I'm saying is I think everything on 808, I think that shit is just whack. I think it's a whack album. That's a different. I don't think Butterfly is whack. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Right, you just don't like it.
808s is whack.
You just don't like it. Right? It's not whack, you just don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not like. That's what I'm saying. Out of Kendrick's albums, including Section 80, it's the last on there for me.
Right. So let's.
But there's a lot of dope shit on there.
Kendrick, and let's put him in the pantheon of hip hop artists who are all great. Mm-hmm. It's some shit that you listen to, some shit you don't want to hear, right? I like the album a lot. Like I'm just talking about for you.
Yeah.
Oh, we can scratch that. All right, cool. So he hasn't missed. So he then puts out To Pimp a Butterfly. Then he puts out the Untitled joint.
Untitled.
And you saying that's the hot shit?
That shit is dope.
Untitled is dope.
Really?
Yeah, Untitled is dope, and for me, I don't consider that an album.
That's
okay.
All right. I just think it's something else dope.
For me, I don't even consider Kanye's Cruel Summers and shit albums for him. For me.
I don't pay attention to I because we in a different time where music is skewed. How we receive music is skewed. So it's like
I'm just like studio album project. Like I think if we play it safe and just be like your solo studio album project that we know like there's no funny stuff. This is an album. Like that Untitled's not an album.
Okay.
I just think it's
right.
Just
So we just saying it, to Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City.
And
Damn. And I guess we're talking about the soundtrack?
Soundtrack is just that's not an album for his either. He executive.
We're talking about his 3 albums.
And it's a not. Yeah, I'm talking about three. It's 3 albums.
So
but what he's saying is it's a notch in his belt. It's like, damn, you helped create some other fly shit.
In that.
And I include Section 80.
I
don't think there's nobody who got. Well, maybe Kanye got 3 like that.
And the reason why, and again, it
3
goes
like that, back to back to back. If those are the 3 albums we're talking about, like 3 undeniable. These are major label albums, and you go Good Kid, To Pimp a Butterfly. I think Ice Cube made that run.
Ice Cube has that. Redman has that.
Redman has it.
But I mean, but
I don't know if all 3 Reds have. Did all 3 Reds have that kind of critical acclaim?
Yes, but no, because he was never that big.
That's true. Yeah, that's why it's kind of it's kind of tough for.
You know what I mean? Because if we talking about Eminem's first 3,
no.
Okay.
To me, no.
We're talking about Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP, and Eminem Show.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think that Kendrick 3 is distinctively better than that.
Okay. I mean, I think it's more relatable to black people.
That might be part of it.
You know what I mean? Because now we're talking about strictly for my niggas. Tupac lives now, and me against the
and
world.
I super slept on Strictly for my niggas.
You went back
As of until about 4 or 5 months ago, literally.
No, when we was talking about it,
Right.
we went back and it's like this is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's cool. But
And even though still, those are because I think those are strong efforts, and I think those are really good. I don't think any of those three you named were great records. I think Pac's great records were later.
Me Against the World. You don't think that's? Yeah. See, let me tell it. Put Me Against the World up against any of you what we're talking about. But that's
But I get that though. That's tough. That's tough. I'll concede that.
Well,
I can concede those three. Because I can concede the Eminem thing. I'm just saying for me.
Because it's all a preference. This is what I'm saying.
I think Kanye's and Ice Cube's are the ones that are like, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Because I don't even like, man. Like, because I be liking to hear different opinions. Like, I be sick of everybody saying Biggie, Jay-Z, not. Like,
and
that's just kind of what
and Big is kind of one of the reasons too. Because not real. People put Big.
Yeah, Big got
GOAT.
2. To me, Big got 2, and it's 3 albums lengthwise. And if that's it, then that's for me would probably.
So
be
if Big
number
can
one.
be there, Kendrick could be there.
Yeah, I mean, but Biggie's not there for you.
Not for me. I'm talking about just in
Yeah,
general.
because Drew doesn't love Ready to Die.
So, and that's cool. Like, I think more people should adopt, like, listening to stuff and forming an opinion, versus just saying, nah, everybody knows that's what it is. Like, the Kendrick, this is what's funny about the Kendrick thing, right? I don't know if it's funny, but we treat everything like stats now. Everything is like stat based now. So there's like, he got two classics. They're the same. And it's like, dog, these niggas ain't Biggie Small. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a ridiculous thought.
No, but and you know what it is? Because I think it's skewed for us because whenever somebody can give you a feeling that can't be recreated from...
That's music. That's art. A feeling that's why... Look, man, I don't care what you're talking about, man. You talk to an OG, these niggas ain't better than Chuck D.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this nigga Kendrick Lamar, no, he ain't no Rakim. Dibba, he ain't doing that. And that's just what it is.
Nigga said dibba.
You know what I mean? Like, dog, there's kids right now who will tell, I've talked to people who will tell you, nah, nigga, Drake. I don't care what Tupac, nigga, Drake. And
that God's Plan shit is hot too. That shit crazy.
I mean, they mean that from the bottom of they like.
Yeah,
no,
Drake's better than Pac.
Whoever you talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm just,
I get it.
Whoever
and I get it.
Don't grab anybody.
If a 17-year-old tells me that, I say I'll get it.
Actually, no kid in Miami right now. Drake is the mayor.
That
now.
video's dope too. I like. Did you see the video?
Drake's the mayor now.
The video's dope.
So it's like it's a feeling. So I'm listening to Kendrick, and Kendrick I just think is dope. Kendrick don't like do much for me in that way. It's just like this nigga just makes dope ass music.
So he doesn't. So you would. I mean, which is fine, but he doesn't because he blows me away. I think he's fucking. I think that nigga's fucking like brilliant. I think and especially you for a person who sees like conceptually dope ass shit. Like I think Kendrick's like the most conceptually brilliant nigga there is.
For me,
Tribe Called Quest.
And that's for me why I put Kendrick where I put him is because a lot of times too like things make you feel like shit that you used to like.
His first album was a story.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like even like just the way like you said conceptually, that's really one of the main reasons why I put Kendrick where I put him is conceptually. Like that nigga is even his videos, like everything he's doing is next level. Like niggas aren't putting that much effort into the overall art.
Yeah, Kendrick is really dope.
Kendrick, everything he touches, that shit is like he's on another plane creatively than everybody else is, right?
Right. So I'm listening to Kendrick, right, and I'm hearing a lot of Outkast. I listen to a lot of Outkast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, when you say conceptually, and I'm like.
Well, I mean, I don't mind.
But I don't. That's the thing though. I don't only get out because people have. Because when I heard Good Kid, Mad City first of all, I thought like Wu-Tang as far as the skits and shit, it made me think of that kind of shit too. So you're gonna so I'm saying you're gonna get influences from different guys. I hear Eminem and Kendrick. I hear different people. Like for me, that doesn't change.
You hear some old cannabis shit in Kendrick.
Right.
You hear
no, that's a dope artist when you pick from a bunch of people and create yourself. I'm just saying I personally hear a lot of Outkast. Like when I hear a lot of alien voices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I hear a lot of that. And Kendrick has a terrible voice to me. Like his voice.
I can see where you're gonna go one way.
Like his voice is.
I think that shit is dope. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I think that's the
different.
only knock on him is like he don't like one thing about music, man. Like, cause to me, Andre 3000 might have the dopest voice in rap, and I think that's why he can go so many places, like singing and just melody rapping and all of that, cause his voice has a presence.
Drake
to it.
shit is crazy.
Drake has a crazy voice. Eazy-E had a crazy voice. Tupac had a strong voice. Chuck D had a strong voice. Common has a strong voice. It's just artists who do that.
Yeah.
Big had a dope voice. You know what I mean? And that's not like it's not a knock. It's just for me things that would make me like. It's like this nigga's voice come on and you like, yo, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Like when DMX came on, the world stopped, nigga. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Kendrick is like, when I hear somebody say Kendrick in top, I was like, yeah, that's dope. It's not in mine, but it don't gotta be.
So
I think right now, the best rappers in the world are all in California right now, and I don't think it's close. I think right now, like Atlanta, like the South has a lot of the Billboard shit, Migos and Gucci and all them, 2 Chainz, they winning with that shit. But when everything that's going on at TDE, Vince Staples. Nipsey just put out a fucking amazing album.
Fucking amazing.
Is that a new thing that people say and it's not even close? Everybody says that when they make a point.
Yeah, right now it's not close. Tell me your reason right now.
No, I'm saying is that like
I can only speak for me. Like I don't think it's close. Well, if it's not close.
Oh.
If it ain't close, it ain't close. Yeah. So I mean,
as far as rappers,
who just had the best rap? Like who got the best rappers?
Like you mean like MCs?
Like yeah, like who got better? Not history, but right now like a group, an area. With just the best rapper, like who raps the best?
Yeah, I would say the West right now. I would agree with that.
You saying West Coast or California or?
I say California. I'm not including my Oregon or anything.
So you saying California versus like Atlanta or
like
the
New
West
York
Coast versus
or
down
Detroit
south
or what? Yeah.
I haven't put that much thought.
I mean, Vince Staples, Nipsey, Mozzie, like right now, California has the illest niggas right now.
Right.
I can't think of another region.
I think that was shown on the Black Panther album. A lot of it.
Yeah, but
even the Absols and the
I don't know
Schoolboys.
I don't know where like Ray Sherman is from. Mississippi or something.
They're from Mississippi, but
Atlanta.
They're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So if you saying like Ray Sherman and the Migos and Gucci.
That's what I'm saying. Like who raps the best though? Like who's the best?
So talking about bar for bar.
That's what I said before. And this is like the Atlanta. So they got the hits. They have like the sound. Everybody's emulating.
You saying bars?
Yeah. Like who are the best rappers? Like who's nice?
And I guess California would be like the best like up and coming rappers because New York still got the best rappers. If that's what.
Who's right now? I'm talking about current relevant niggas right now. Who in New York? French Montana.
French dope.
No, that's all. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I don't know.
Everybody I'm naming from California is relevant artists right now.
Right now, this
Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, Vince Staples. These are Nipsey Hussle. These are current relevant rappers. Who in other region got rappers that good?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in New York that good right now.
So
Casanova.
Another question. Casanova. I still haven't heard. But so I do got a question now. Obviously that was huge this week that happened, and it brings up obviously the terrible tragedies that happened in Florida with people with the school shooting. But I was having a conversation at work with people about what's obviously always going to get talked about when some shit like this happens. Gun control.
You was talking about gun control at work?
Yeah, we talk about the whole shit.
No, go ahead.
We talk about all that shit.
Care about this job.
No, I'm talking to my bosses. We talking
about talking to your boss about gun control.
Absolutely, off the phones.
Okay.
But
that's very smart.
So what do you got? What are your thoughts? I guess I'll give mine real quick first. So people saying no more guns is not even a fucking realistic thing. Right. I think if people want to have a conversation, we've got to be realistic.
Right.
You're not about to disarm everybody.
Anytime that you negotiate, you have to bring something to negotiate to the table. You can't be.
But here's the thing. I hate when something so simple has to be complicated.
Yeah, facts.
Nobody should have automatic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Everybody should have the right and be entitled to a handgun.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Yeah. You can have a handgun. You can defend your family. You can defend whatever you got going on. That's your protection. You have a 4 or 5. There's no reason to have an FN or AR. There's no reason.
It's crazy too. Like
there's no reason.
Because shit like ARs were developed because like M16s used to jam in the military. These are all military weapons.
Yeah.
So, which are designed for mass killing.
Right.
In war. So they had like the M16 was a gun that was used. That was the government issued joint, and it was terrible. It used to jam, and it was terrible. So they made a more efficient, large-scale killing machine available to 18-year-old kids. Yeah. Like that's insane. Like just that mindset alone should tell you like this is not something that should be like. It's like one of those things like flying a plane. Like you have to. Yeah. There has to be some kind of thing that goes on before you can own this. Like
you buy a gun and say, all right, come back in 24 hours.
The whole thing, man, for me, dog, it's kind of crazy because it's just exhausting.
Facts.
It's fucking exhausting, dog. Like you just turn.
And it's all financial. That's the thing about it. You can hide with anything you want, but these gun companies are going to make so much money and they lose so much money, and they're feeding pockets of these politicians. It's really that simple. Yeah. And anybody who defends, I want to have a conversation with somebody and say, okay, tell me why you should have an AR. Yeah. And you just tell me the reason why you should have one.
Well, because that's the thing. Most people with the NRA and people who are super pro guns, the first thing they bring up is hunting.
I hate the fucking NRA with a passion.
You want to fucking hunt. And it's crazy, too. You know what's funny with the hunting shit? Because for a millennia...
get a bow and arrow.
That's what I was about to say. Like, for a millennia, people ate and survived with no guns and killed everything. Like, they wanted to kill. Like, you don't need an AR-15 to kill a fucking deer, bro. Like, it's just an excuse. And I don't understand how something so flimsy holds so much weight. You want to kill a deer, so now that's going to be your excuse to legalize this. Like I said, man, for me, it's exhausting, like I said, because you feel for the families, and it's like, you know, then you get the same thing, the NRA conversation comes up. And now it's even worse, magnified more, because now Trump's involved. So you see this dumbass nigga, he's talking. You see the other day he's talking, but he has talking points written on a piece of paper. And like one of the notes he wrote was, "I hear you." He had to remind himself to tell because it's not
the
natural. Empathy is so fake.
It's not a real thing.
So the whole thing is just like, bro, like you start going like this, and that's where I'm at with it. Like, and the thing is, you don't want to do that because anything we're talking about, like whether it be like civil rights, all these kind of things, they're all exhausting conversations.
And become mute points because there's no way that they're getting rid of these guns. It's too much money. Yeah. So it's like, man, we can have this conversation and then a school or some shit will get shot up again, but it's not going to change. These niggas are funding whole campaigns.
Yeah. But they're not trying to get rid of guns. They're saying they want to make stricter gun laws.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That part of the stricter gun law, it has to begin with you can't fucking have an AR-16.
And it can't be done because it's like
that has to be one of the rules.
It's Britain and Australia.
You can't fucking spray the fucking world up and go just mass shoot people.
That's I know. Obviously you can't. I'm saying there's no way you just.
That should just change tomorrow.
Yeah.
What you just said. There's no way to go take everybody's gun.
I agree.
That's not possible. So what they want to do is start with stricter gun laws.
Yeah, right? I've heard that.
So that's all I've heard.
Unless
I'm hearing.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying so far.
That's what they're saying. You can't take the guns. We need to make stricter gun laws.
Well, no, that's what some people are saying. Some people are saying these guns need to go. Some people are saying stricter gun laws. And then there's these fucking NRA fucking. Most of them, 70% of them, racist saying we just want our Second Amendment rights. No, I'm talking about regardless of what happens.
I'm talking about the people who want to get rid of the guns. Who are on that side saying
so what I'm saying is there's also people who are just like, no, you need to get rid of these fucking ARs and like
I know, but I hear them say it's not possible. That's not even the point.
Okay.
Right? I hear stricter gun laws, right? Mm-hmm. This is what makes it all tricky is now we're talking about the NRA and it's all money on this side. The stricter gun law people is money on the prison side. Yeah. It's weird because man, it's no empathy in this world with these people, man. So it'd be like they be trying to rile the public up with stuff, and it'd be like,
well, shooting 17 kids would get you riled up every time. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit's not gonna fail.
That's part of the
that's foolproof, nigga. Like we gonna get riled up
because during the campaign and in the debates and all that, Trump's bringing up Chicago and all the gun violence. But all it is just it's a cheap way. Is low-hanging fruit to get a cheap reaction because you don't give a fuck. What's more important than taking the guns away from the kids is throwing these niggas in jail to have more people in prison. Right. So, like, what is your, like, I don't understand how people don't, like, the people who vote for people like Trump and who let this shit go, don't see how easy they're being fucking manipulated. That's the part that's maddening to me. Like, how fucking dumb can you fucking be?
And
like,
even,
it's not even real. Like,
and even that, right? I was
no
having
real
a conversation, right? And even that's a problem. This is what they do, man. They put you on this side, they put me on this side, and they put you on this side. If you agree with what he says, then you're a racist and a bigot. If you agree with what I say, then you're for the people and you're poor. If you agree with what he says, then you're a soft pushover or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's not how people are.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so how you saying they been manipulated? How stupid are you? And it's like, there's a lot of people that's like, have what they feel like are valid points.
No,
you know
but
what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I'm open to hearing the valid AR point.
Right, exactly.
I'm
what I'm
not-
saying.
I'm open. Give me it.
But that's what
I'm
Trevor
not
was
even
saying.
talking about guns. I'm just talking about in general.
I agree, but
The
there's
guns
certain,
are just-
but that's what I'm
the
saying. There's
topic of
certain things that are
conversation.
so black
Exactly.
and white.
That's my point.
Give me the valid
that's what I'm talking
AR
about.
talk.
I'm talking about black and white things.
Give me
like,
this scenario.
I will tell you this, right? And it's just a weird thing, man, because like this is what some people say. The government and the police guns got bigger when the black people's guns got bigger, when the Black Panthers got bigger guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you let some, this ain't NRA, this is black people tell it. It ain't the racist white people. It's black people saying, I'm not getting rid of my guns because if we got to shoot it out with the cops, then I'm going to have my shit.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, you're going to lose. That is the part for me that's always like, fam.
And that's why when people always talk about we need to, this is our right just in case the government, motherfuckers will blow you up in 1 second. That's not an argument.
Yeah.
Once again, I need something to hold on to. I need something valid.
Again, that's why to me it's stupid. It's like, because you know really what it is? It's, because most of these people like that are super patriotic. They think about like the militiamen and the midnight.
Right, the fucking Minutemen.
Like, dog, this is not 1763.
The volunteers.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what is stand in line
Former militia party. Fucking get your yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, it's
not real
when
thing.
I hear the conversation, obviously, I'm on the side of, fam, there's never a need for a regular person to have this. You know what I mean?
Where you don't even have to aim. We just start fucking doing this like fucking Rambo.
There's never
like
a
that.
person. But now,
Fucking quips around your fucking shit like.
Let me tell it
man.
also, fam. I don't like guns.
Neither do I.
I don't
But
like
I understand. But I can understand a
know.
person having a handgun.
I can, but the only reason to have a handgun is because he got one too.
Yeah.
Protect your family against what? Somebody else with a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you come in my house and try to do something, then we just gonna get you up out of there. I just gotta have a gun because I don't know what you got.
Right.
I don't
really
like
what it
guns
is.
at all.
Me neither.
I don't want nobody with a gun. And now let's see who's really tough, and let's see who really talk crazy, and let's see if you really feel how you feel. But people got their guns for a million different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly
And
what it is.
that's the part that be like, I hear all the talk, and I'll be like, I mean, yes, nobody needs this, but very few people need this. You know what I mean?
agree with
And
that
it's
too.
like-
But once again, if we can have this real conversation, I want it to just be some realistic shit.
Yeah.
All right, man, keep the shit. All right, you have your 4.5, keep your 9, keep your yeah, cool. Like the shit that's longer than a fucking bigger than a person, you don't need that. That shit just sprays, and you don't even have to aim. You just spray the shit. You don't need that.
Yeah,
and tell me what war you're in. You're going to fucking
Yeah.
Vietnam, starting back up. Where you going?
And I be feeling so bad because every time something come on the news, I don't believe it. So they tell me a school get shut up, and I be like, I mean, I feel bad.
You know what's funny?
You know what I mean? And I don't even be like, I just be like, man, if that really happened, that's terrible. Like, I gotta question everything.
You know what?
I
Maybe
see on the
right,
news.
and right. That's the thing too. Like you said, it makes you extremely cynical. Even when they showed the pictures of the kid, so they obviously because you knew what was coming. So you haven't seen the picture they showed of his Facebook?
Fuck no.
He has a "Make America Great" hat on again, and it's like super cliche. Like so, that's when your mind starts going where Lance is going. I'm like, dog. Now you become hella cynical. Now you're looking at like this looks like some creative shit.
Yeah.
He has a fucking hit. So that's what's on your Facebook. Every picture is with you with some Trump shit. You got your face bandanaed up.
They
and
said they seen him in a group text saying racist comments. Like it was.
And
just
all
of
the
that.
kids at the school knew he was kind of off. And it seems so convenient. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a terrible thing. You know what I mean? But
and that's what I'm saying. It's all of that process.
hard for me, man.
All of that is exhausting because you don't even want to think like that because if that's really happening, that's somebody's babies. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the whole conversation, the idea of it is like. But again, like you said, it's black and white. There shouldn't be a debate where somebody can stand outside a window in a hotel in Vegas and kill 100 and some people at a concert.
Yeah,
like,
man,
that should be like, yeah, you can't do that when just pull us away.
That's a very strange argument.
And then if you want to keep your gun, then like do like you do to niggas, and okay, you have that gun, nigga. That gun carry 10, nigga, just for that shit being in your safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do like that's what you did to us.
Facts.
Do it to the fucking man in fucking Georgia, in the backwoods, nigga. That carry 10. Yeah. It don't even matter. I don't care if that shit ain't never came out your safe.
Yeah.
Then they could decide to keep it or not.
And like I said, it's not a thing where it's some kind of radical idea. It's something that happens all over the world. Like we have this, America has an issue with this gun violence shit. That's what we have created. That's what our culture has become. Like they don't do that shit in Australia. They be chilling. They don't have guns. They don't lock their doors like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying everything should be free and open like that. But
that's why I don't believe nothing. Because it's not. Like, if you see it done a different way everywhere else,
and it works,
and it's only done this way, then that's a system that has created that. And for the people to be arguing against a system, we be fighting each other, and they are not fighting each other. Mm-hmm. Like we fighting and arguing. And how many pictures have you seen with Trump and Hillary hugging and playing golf and like, but we like fighting on each other's side. You support him, then I hate you, but they don't even hate each other. You know what I mean? Like it's
like on a smaller scale, that realization I came into in baseball. Like, people be talking like about sports and like how much you hate the Dodgers because you're a Giants fan and all that. Like, I hate that shit for fun. Like, the shit doesn't mean much to me. Like, it's the same because that shit's not real. Niggas are going to get a beer after the game, and I'm sitting here mad because fucking Matt Kemp hit a home run. Yeah. And even, like, nah, it's just fun. I don't like y'all, but I don't give a fuck about that. Like that. Mm-hmm. Like that. Because this shit, on a bigger scale, you be like, man, you motherfuckers is kicking it, man. Why am I fucking sick to my stomach over sports and on a bigger scale, political shit? Yeah. And y'all niggas was, before this shit happened, y'all was talking about how y'all was going against each other and golfing and at all these galas and shit. And it don't matter.
Yeah. What, we 2 hours in?
Yeah. Close.
Close to it?
An hour and a half in.
The good camera's gone and shit.
Are you turning the camera on?
No, it's still going.
Oh. You sure? So they can see this. They can see this unprofessional conversation we having while I got this trash-ass jacket on. Apparently Jeff Leppard ain't cool.
Jeff Leppard's trash.
While I talk to the producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the Cavs win?
So Lance was waving the flag, so you got to ask that nigga.
Oh, the Cavs? Oh, I didn't know how the Cavs had on.
This nigga's fucking lost to the Wizards.
Oh, the Cavs lost to the Wizards without John Wall?
I heard they're better without, and have a good day, everybody, but I heard they're better without John Wall.
You said have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, I think we're done.
All right, nobody played.
Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of, we call this podcast Trev Out the Frame.
Hey, I've been in the frame, haven't I, Jay? Lightweight?
Give or take.
Yeah, thereabouts.
You gotta...
That was the soundtrack. Oh, no, that's the Joe Budden podcast.
Oh.
So it'll show on my phone.
I thought you had a Black Panther screen.
No, that's actually says Black Chyna.
Black Chyna, but it was the Black Panther.